Listen up, success doesn't come to those who wait or wish. It belongs to the warriors who take control of their minds and dominate every thought. If you don't master your own mindset, your fears, doubts, and excuses will own you. The first step to unlocking the warrior within is to realize that your mind is your battlefield. Every second you spend doubting yourself or entertaining weakness, you lose ground. You have to be relentless in training your mind to focus, to reject negativity, and to fuel itself with power and confidence. This is not about positive thinking fluff. It's about brutal mental discipline. When your mind is locked in, nothing outside can shake you. Pain and discomfort. Good. That's your growth calling. Comfort zones are prisons for weak men. You want to be a warrior. Step into the discomfort daily. That's where the magic happens. The world doesn't owe you anything, so stop whining and start grinding. Discipline is your weapon. Real discipline isn't a chain that restricts you. It's the key that sets you free. Structure your life so tightly that distractions crumble before your willpower. If you let chaos rule, you're a slave. But if you command your routine, your day, your actions, you are the master of your destiny. Goals, they aren't suggestions. They are the war plan. If your goals aren't ruthless, if they don't scare you, you're aiming too low. Mediocrity is a disease, and it kills dreams. Take full responsibility for your life. No excuses. Excuses are the language of the weak who want to stay small. You want success. Own every choice you make, every failure, and every win. Talent is worthless without hustle. It doesn't matter if you're the most naturally gifted person. If you don't put in the work, you're nothing. Work ethic is the engine that drives the warrior. Opportunities don't fall into laps. You hunt them like a predator. Winners don't wait for luck. They create it by being prepared and aggressive. Protect your time and energy like they're your most valuable assets, because they are. Say no to distractions. Say no to weak influences. Say no to anything that doesn't serve your mission. This is how you unlock the warrior within. This is how you build a life of unstoppable success and iron discipline. Now get up and own it. Embracing pain and discomfort isn't just a choice. It's a necessity if you want to grow and succeed. The truth is, your comfort zone is a cage disguised as safety. It lulls you into a false sense of security while quietly killing your potential. Real growth, real transformation happens when you step beyond that invisible boundary. Where things get hard, uncomfortable, and even painful, every warrior knows that pain is not the enemy. It's the signal that you're pushing your limits, breaking down old weaknesses, and building new strengths. When you start to welcome discomfort instead of running from it, you develop resilience that can't be shaken by life's chaos. The world doesn't care about your excuses or your fear of pain. Success demands sacrifice. And that sacrifice is often discomfort, early mornings, long hours, tough decisions, and relentless effort. When you lean into the struggle instead of avoiding it, you're training your mind and body to handle anything. This mental toughness sets you apart because most people collapse the moment they face difficulty. If you want to unlock the warrior inside, pain becomes your training ground, not your prison. The more you expose yourself to discomfort, the stronger and sharper you become. Growth demands it, and warriors don't negotiate with weakness. They push forward, thrive in adversity, and use pain as fuel to conquer every challenge in their path. Discipline is not some boring, restrictive rulebook designed to cage you in. It's the ultimate form of freedom. When you master discipline, you take control of your life instead of letting life control you. Without discipline, you're at the mercy of impulses, distractions, and fleeting emotions that pull you away from your goals. You become a slave to instant gratification, wasting time and energy on things that don't matter. But when you build a disciplined routine, you create a fortress around your time and focus. You decide what you will do and when you will do it. You eliminate chaos by design, not by accident. That means waking up early, even when you don't feel like it, showing up for your work or training, no matter what excuses your mind tries to feed you, and cutting out anything that steals your power. Discipline sharpens your ability to say no to bad habits, to toxic people, to distractions, because you're committed to a higher purpose. This kind of structure might feel tough at first, but it builds unstoppable momentum. The more disciplined you are, the less you have to worry about motivation or willpower because your habits carry you forward automatically. True discipline isn't punishment. It's the freedom to live life on your terms, to chase your goals without hesitation, and to unlock the warrior within who refuses to settle for anything less than greatness. If you want to unlock the warrior within, your goals must be ruthless. Settling for average is the fastest way to disappear into the crowd, to live a life that feels safe but ultimately meaningless. Mediocrity is the enemy of greatness, and it's what holds most people back from achieving anything worth remembering. You need to set goals that scare you, goals so big that they force you to stretch beyond what you thought was possible. These goals aren't just about comfort or small wins, they're about domination. When your goals are ruthless, they demand every ounce of your focus, energy, and effort. They push you to sacrifice distractions and easy pleasures because you know that greatness requires everything you've got. Ruthless goals don't leave room for excuses or half-hearted attempts. They demand that you take action daily with intensity and purpose. The moment you start negotiating with yourself or watering down your ambitions, you give mediocrity a foothold. If your goals don't make you uncomfortable, they're not big enough. You want to build a life where your success is undeniable and your progress unstoppable. That comes from setting targets so bold that quitting isn't an option and failure only makes you hungrier. When you live with ruthless goals, you wake up every day ready for battle, ready to fight for what you want with no compromises. This is how warriors are made, by refusing to settle and pushing relentlessly toward the impossible until it becomes their reality. Taking 100% responsibility for your life is the foundation of unlocking the warrior within. When you truly own every aspect of your existence, your successes, your failures, your choices, and your circumstances, you reclaim your power. Excuses are the weapon of the weak, the crutch for those unwilling to face the brutal truth. Nobody owes you anything. The moment you start blaming others, circumstances, or bad luck, you give away your power and become a victim. Victims wait for rescue, for things to change on their own, and they live trapped in frustration and regret. Warriors, on the other hand, accept full responsibility and understand that their life is the direct result of their decisions. No excuses, no whining, no blaming external factors. This level of ownership means looking in the mirror and confronting your flaws honestly. It means admitting when you've messed up and using that as fuel to improve rather than a reason to quit. It's about refusing to play the victim game and instead stepping into the driver's seat of your life. Taking responsibility also means taking control of your reactions. You can't control what happens around you, but you always control how you respond. That mindset separates the weak from the powerful. When you accept 100% responsibility, you unlock an unstoppable force inside yourself because you no longer wait for permission or favorable conditions. You create your own path, fight through obstacles, and build your own empire. This is the mindset of a true warrior. No excuses, just relentless ownership and action. Talent alone is useless if it isn't backed by a relentless work ethic. Too many people believe that being naturally gifted is enough to guarantee success, but that's where most of them fail. Talent opens doors, sure, but it's the grind, the daily hustle, that pushes you through those doors and into the realm of true achievement. The truth is, hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard. If you want to unlock the warrior within, you have to outwork everyone around you, even those who seem more gifted. This means waking up earlier, putting in more hours, pushing through fatigue, and grinding when others are resting or making excuses. Relentless work ethic isn't about occasional bursts of effort. It's about consistency and intensity every single day. It's about showing up when you don't feel like it and giving more than what's required. Talent can only take you so far, but a warrior's work ethic can carry them through any challenge, any setback, and any failure. This level of dedication builds muscle, skill, and mental toughness. It creates momentum that compounds over time and turns average performers into unstoppable forces. If you want to be exceptional, you can't rely on talent alone. You have to out-hustle, out-grind, and outlast everyone else. That's what separates winners from the rest, their willingness to do whatever it takes. No matter how hard or exhausting it gets, opportunities don't just magically appear for those who wait around hoping for a break. If you want to unlock the warrior within, you have to hunt opportunities relentlessly. That means being alert, aggressive, and proactive every single day. Winners don't sit back and wait for luck to find them. They create their own luck by putting themselves in the right position to capitalize on every chance that comes their way. Luck is a myth for the weak who refuse to take action. Real success comes from preparation, persistence, and the willingness to seize the moment when it arrives. When you hunt opportunities relentlessly, you become a predator in your environment. You scan for openings, you take risks, and you make bold moves while others hesitate. You don't wait for perfect conditions because perfect never comes. You act now, even when the odds are stacked against you, because hesitation kills potential. This means networking with people who push you forward, learning new skills that keep you sharp, and staying hungry no matter how much you achieve. Opportunities reward those who are ready and willing to fight for them. The warrior knows that every setback is just another chance to find a new path, a new opening, a new way to win. You don't leave your success to chance. You hunt it, you claim it, and you make it unstoppable. Protecting your time and energy is one of the most powerful moves you can make to unlock the warrior within. Every second you waste on distractions, negativity, or draining people is a second stolen from your mission. Your time is your most valuable asset. Once it's gone, you can never get it back. The same goes for your energy, which fuels everything you do. If you allow weak habits, toxic relationships, or mindless entertainment to consume your focus, you're handing over your power willingly. Warriors don't fall into these traps because they guard their time and energy like a fortress. Saying no is not just about refusal, it's about respect for your goals and your future self. You must learn to cut out anything that doesn't serve your purpose, no matter how tempting or easy it might seem. That means turning down social events that waste hours, ignoring distractions like endless scrolling or meaningless conversations, and distancing yourself from people who drain your motivation. This kind of ruthless protection is what separates those who make excuses from those who achieve greatness. When you protect your time and energy, you create space for what truly matters: growth, work, and relentless pursuit of success. This is the mindset of a warrior, focused, intentional, and unstoppable, because every moment and every drop of energy is invested in becoming the best version of yourself. Unlocking the warrior within is not a simple journey. It demands brutal honesty, relentless effort, and unwavering discipline. It means owning your mind, embracing pain, setting ruthless goals, and taking full responsibility for every aspect of your life. It requires building a work ethic that outlasts talent and hunting opportunities with the hunger of a predator. Above all, it means protecting your most valuable resources, your time and energy, against anything that threatens your mission. This path is not for the faint-hearted or those who seek comfort. It's for those who refuse to settle, who fight through adversity, and who are willing to sacrifice today for a future of unstoppable success. When you commit to this way of life, you don't just unlock the warrior within, you become the warrior who commands respect, conquers challenges, and lives on their own terms. Now, the question is simple. Are you ready to rise and own your destiny?